folks, welcome to the ABC Journeyman. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here at club number 5, which is Brackley Town, in our first season. Now, I could here talk about the push into the playoffs that we've had in recent times. I could talk about a complete upturn in form, but actually what I want to talk about here is a new signing, a loan signing. And my God, I don't think I've ever put as much effort into signing a player before. I am thrilled to bits to actually get this guy in the club and this signing over the line. That's right. After how long? An entire season of trying to sign this player, from where we got him in on trial right at the start of the season to loaning, putting loan after loan offer in to Bolton. I even tried to sign him on a transfer, but they wanted £180,000. Bolton have rejected us, and when Bolton haven't rejected us, he has rejected us. So to actually get the chance here to sign him when Bolton all of a sudden said, yes, he can come to you and you don't need to pay anything. And Daniel Barjona said, yeah, I'd kind of like it. To get those two things coming together with the end of the season running, looming, it just felt like a match made in heaven. And my God, has it worked. You saw the game against Kettering. Well, he came in the very next game against Lowestoft. And what is interesting, actually, he's not played great in some of these games, but I don't know whether he just kind of occupies defenders, but we just started to create a few more chances and just one or two more goals going in, and we've had some really significant results actually in the past 5 games. Lowestoft, who were in the playoff zone with us, they were I think the bottom side at this point in the playoffs. You can see here he had a 5.8. Doesn't really matter because McCarthy and Allen scored the 2 goals, and we got a clean sheet as well. So that was 2-0. Home against Shifnal Town, another side pushing for the playoffs. Barjona's got his first goal, and Nico Heel came on to score another one as well right at the end of the game. So we turned it round there after they scored very early on. Brilliant stuff. Away at St Neots, another side pushing for those playoffs. Barjona's got himself a goal after we went 1-0 down, and an own goal from their defender, but both of those were through Barjona's getting himself into a position and just causing trouble, and that would have never been an own goal if he hadn't have been there. So, you know, he's starting to find his way into the team against Paget Rangers, who are the one side in this period who aren't doing very well. We smashed them 3-0. Barjona's with a goal, and Aguiar and Allen with the other 2 goals, but another great performance. And Barjona's now starting to fire a little bit. Away against Banbury United, another really good performance. It wasn't Barjona's who got the goal, it was Nico Heel. We've gone back to a 2 up top scenario. It seems like a better thing having Barjona's alongside Nico Heel, but a massive result over Banbury, who are second, and this might push us into a chance to actually push for that second spot, which would be I think a better place to be. I think whoever we get, it's going to be Lowestoft or Braintree, is the likelihood. We're 9 points ahead of Redditch in 6th. We're way ahead of Stourbridge in 7th. That's who we're playing today. But we're coming back for a match, and you know what happened last time. But yeah, I'm thrilled with having him in the side. Let's just quickly look at the tactics. So this is what we're going with. It's going back to what we did before, but instead of Nico Heel leading the line, he's just playing in that deep line forward role with Barjona's in front of him, and it's working reasonably well. We've got Hughes on the right, Allen on the left. Everyone is playing well together. Ricky Aguiar is on the bench. Andrews is on the bench as well. He's sort of coming in and out of the side. It's good. It is really, really good. So we're going to go and play Stourbridge. It's going to be a tough one again. Another really tough game, but we've got through a bunch of them. I just love to see us just get through a few more, because it gets a lot easier after this. Alvechurch, who are 16th now. Coventry United, who are 18th. Cogs Hall, who are 17th. Stowmarket, who are 15th. Rushden Diamonds, who are 20th, and then St Ives, who are 9th. So that's the hardest one of the lot. But the rest of these games, it's got a lot easier. But we are now in a position so where we can actually see Colville. I think we're too far away from them, but they are dropping points, which is fascinating. So we just need to keep winning games, and we'll see what happens. Because is there a chance for automatic promotion? I don't think so. But we pulled back 10 points in the last sort of 4 or 5 games, and that's all we need to do again. We'd obviously need to win them all, I think. Okay, folks, let's go and play a game of football. Right, so it is game day, and you can see the other big match that's going on today is the top 2 are playing. Banbury United are playing Colville, so that could work either way. Whatever the result there, that is going to be a good result for us. If Colville lose that match, then both potentially we have the chance to get within 7 points of them. If Banbury lose that match, well, we have the chance then to go ahead of them. And if it's a draw, then we pull back points on all of them potentially. But it does mean we have to get our result against Stourbridge, which I think is an equally difficult game of football, because Stourbridge are trying to push into those playoffs. So this is the team we're going with. Barhones and Heel leading the line. Allen on the left, Hughes on the right, McCarthy and Owen in the centre of midfield, Barnett, Dunn, Simons and Johnson across the back line, and Honour in goal. I thought it was Homer in goal for a second. Right, let's go. So the team in the yellow are the ones you're interested in. We normally play in red. Simons throws it in into McCarthy. It's Allen. And it was a clearance against Barhones, or was it a header? But my God, we almost scored there. Hit the bar. Well, we got to half time. You look at it, we have had the better of the chances. Nothing really to see at this point. We're going to go a little bit more positive in the second half. The other match, it's Banbury are 1-0 up in their game, so we've got a chance here to catch up Colville. We just need to keep our heads and make sure that we take the chance here, because Stourbridge haven't yet turned up, it seems. Okay, we still haven't seen anything else. We're going to make some changes. We're going to bring on Mac Riley for Barhones, not for Barhones, of course not. Nico Hill. You can see Barhones is struggling to create anything, so we'll bring on a different strike partner. We'll also bring on Oriki Aguiar, who is he's a good wide player. We're going to play Allen as a advanced in an inside forward, and we're going to just go to Barnett as a wing back and just see if we can better overlap there. Well, we're seeing chances, but none of them are actually have given us a highlight. You sort of look at it here. We've had nine shots, 5 on target, XG of 0.69. We're just not seeing highlights. They've had 6 shots, but their XG is very, very low, so they're not really creating decent chances here. In the other game, Banbury and Colville have drawn, or are drawing. So there's a real chance, if we can get a late goal here, if we can do that, then we catch up. We'll be 8 points behind them both if it stays like this. Obviously, if Stourbridge score, then that's a very different thing. Well, I bet you're pleased you watched that. You can see actually right at the end there, Stourbridge had a couple of chances, and I think that was from us trying to push on a little bit too hard. But we drew 0-0, and I think everything is as it was. We'll just go and check in and make sure that it finished 1-1 in the other game. But I mean, looking at we saw that one chance early on, and that's all we've seen, I think, from anyone. Stourbridge didn't have a single highlight in the game. We could have looked a goal in that. So it finished 1-1 Banbury and Colville, 1-0 Stourbridge and Brackley. So that's fine, and we're still 9 points ahead of Redditch. Nothing has changed. We are absolutely fine still, but it makes it a little less likely now that we can maybe catch Colville. Okay, so we have 6 games remaining in the season, so that's a potential 18 points to play for, which is, a lot of points still potentially out there. As I said, a lot of them are against maybe poorer opposition until the very last game of the season against St Ives. What we're going to do, we will come back either for the very final game of the season and to confirm we have reached the playoffs, because there's a lot of points to play for, and we know we're 10 points behind Colville, 9 points ahead of the teams below us. So the likelihood is we're going to finish in the playoffs, but we're not certain which way that's going to be, or do we get promotion, or do we actually finish outside of the playoffs. I think it will be unlikely, given the teams that we're going to be playing and given the players that we've got in there, and given how well we seem to be defending, that will happen, but we'll see. Anyway, folks, let me know what you think about this upturn in fortunes. What do you think about the signing? And more importantly, are we going to be able to catch Colville, or is it all going to fizzle out, and will our dreams be paper on the floor, shredded paper? If you've enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.